I don't think I need to tell you that after a conference like D&I Changemakers, you need a recovery period, cooling down, if you'd like to call it like that. This is exactly the phase, at least one day to cool down after super intensive 3 days of talks, debates, and great conversations with all of you. But I thought I would record this short video just to thank you for an amazing number of emails, comments, phone calls I received after this conference. You were incredibly flattering and generous. I remember many of those comments. One of them said that it was a very inclusive event in that each and every one of you was in a position to say what they wanted, and this is exactly what I was hoping for, and I'm sure this is what the organizers were hoping for. But at the same time, it obviously was one of the most demanding and challenging conferences of 2021 for me. 10 talks, debates, and presentations each and every day. At the end of day 3, not only was I on the verge of collapsing, but also my internet connection, as it turns out, even though I thought it was a fast one. I know that for many of you, even taking part in a conversation was a very stressful experience, and in each and every instance I did my best to try and call some of you ahead of the conversation. And I know that during those conversations it wasn't as stressful as you thought it would be. So that again was very rewarding to hear after your talks. And I sincerely think that when it comes to the actual content, and not only the energy, the passion, the conviction that all of you were talking about, the things you genuinely believe in, it really was one of the most heartfelt conferences. I loved every part of it. So I, again, want to thank you. And a word of advice for those of you who still feel that it's really stressful for you to talk to the camera lens in front of your laptop or a smartphone or a tablet. It's December already, so if I were you, I would do something that I hadn't done myself for far too long. Years ago, I still remember my first public speaking training. It was terrible. It was quite expensive. My company paid for it. I worked in the corporate sector back then. And it actually inspired me to start public speaking coaching. And it changed everything. I used to be shy. I used to have serious issues with my sense of confidence and ability to speak in public. And initially, now I may have moderated and facilitated more than 300 conferences. But when I started, the first maybe even 50 or so were incredibly stressful. So don't think that some people are just born with this skill, with this ability to speak in the public. It's not true. Maybe some are, I don't know them. And with the overconfident speakers, I actually don't like them speak on the stage. I find them fake, inauthentic, difficult to listen to, and they rarely say something meaningful, really. So my word of advice to you is consider going through a one-day, full-day public speaking training program, which is usually linked to nonverbal communication. But do spend some time researching the coach you would like to, finding the actual person you would like to work with. And if I were to advise a more specific thing here, I would say find someone who you feel will not kill your authenticity in the process. Find someone who will help you strengthen the best parts of you and really understand better the weakest spots, the bottlenecks in your communication skills. Don't look for someone who will ask you to put on a steeple every time you're on the stage or do something that you feel is not part of you. I definitely encourage you to follow this path. And thank you for the conference. It was absolutely amazing, exhausting, and refreshing at the same time. All the best. Thank you.